So it's like this one is almost empty, right?
Oh, am I on already? Okay.
Okay. And it. Oh, hey. Okay. Yeah. Jeff's calling me out because I've got 3 beverages here, and this one is almost empty. All right. This one won't last long once I dive into it. This is the backup. I'm prepared. You have shit water in a glass.
Yeah, well, that's what fuels Rage Select is.
Anyway,
shit water in a glass. Yeah.
Let's kick this off.
Woo!
More excitement.
Woo!
Sorry.
Woo!
Yes. Ragecast.
Woo!
Number trace.
Yep.
Third time's a charm. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
That is Jeff.
Yep.
Yes. And we've got some guests tonight and some wonderful things planned for you.
I just moved that camera.
Yep. And I don't know if you can see him, but down here, you don't have to adjust the camera or anything, but down here, if you can't see him, it's Professor Dog.
Yeah.
Professor Dog on the couch, which is where Allison is going to be sitting. Get down, Archer. Get down, dude.
But I don't want to.
You got to go.
But I don't want to.
Allison Murphy,
But I don't want to.
ladies and gentlemen, is with us tonight.
Yep.
Looking ravishing.
You guys, I was saying, we pulled up, John and I pulled up, you guys were sitting in your truck smoking cigarettes like you were the cool kids in high school, like you were the seniors, and everybody else was just, oh man, those Murphys, they're so cool.
That's funny because we were totally the cool kids in high school.
Were you? You're both the cool kids?
No.
You're the cool kids now. What are you talking about?
Nope.
And that's consolation in life, right? Like, you just got 4 years you got to suffer through where you're a big, stupid nerd.
It gets better.
And then you're rad as fuck.
Yeah. I was a theater nerd.
Were you a theater nerd? I was a band geek.
Well,
I will
mean,
pay you.
High
Okay.
five.
All right, so if we get $2,000, no, I will shave my head.
I
you
will
have
play
to,
the flute.
You have to bring your yearbook. I want to see. I want to see that shit. I want to see
Ooh.
class of '93.
That's
like,
not happening. That is
June. I want to see.
not fucking
I want to see
happening.
sophomore year, Jason. I don't want to see senior year, Jason.
Sophomore
so
year,
bad.
so
I want to see.
I was
eighth
growing.
grade.
Sophomore year, I was growing my hair out into a ponytail, and I had a little bit of a ponytail.
Did you have a rat tail? Oh,
but
tell me
this-
you had a rat tail. Tell me you had a rat tail.
It was kind of a rat tail,
Like a mullet.
This part wouldn't fit in the ponytail.
Into what?
And the day of pictures.
Uh-huh.
The day of pictures, it was raining,
Oh, no.
and then it got humid, and so I've got like this shit, like
It's hella
Like
flyaway
a-
in your.
Gray
a nice
cupcake.
sprinkling of acne.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful.
I want to see it. I really do.
No.
no,
But then,
it's-
like my senior year, I just had this like long hair, and I thought I was Eddie Vedder.
I want to see that too. I want to see that too.
That-
How many plaid shirts did you own?
Plaid,
Yeah,
None.
flannel shirts.
flannel. No,
Yeah.
I had a couple flannel
You had
shirts.
flannel shirts.
What?
Yeah.
Did
I
you
did.
guys know
What?
each other in high school?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
No.
Are you? So you're just fighting this out now?
Yes.
All right.
It's fine.
No,
it's
I
fine.
owned a couple of
It's all
flannel
right. When
shirts.
she
Yeah.
divorces you, gay marriage is now legal. So it's plenty. Of
Are you
room.
proposing? Is that what you're doing
No,
right
not
now?
really.
Because everyone on the website is like, I knew it! I knew it!
No, when I
The
Collecting
chat's
money.
blowing up like, they're going to consummate this shit.
No, I'm playing into that whole fear where they're like, if they make gay marriage legal, dudes are just gonna get married for tax breaks that aren't even like doing it.
Yeah,
It
because
doesn't
men
work
and
that
women
way.
never do that.
It
Yeah.
doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way?
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
There's no
so-
tax breaks.
This was a really good week. Something momentous happened.
Yeah.
And
Is it momentous
I'm
or is it
about
just like
30% of the way through the game right now. No, we're
You're
talking about
such a fucker.
it's
like seriously? Have you guys played Arkham Knight? I mean,
It's- yeah.
fuck, man.
yeah. Pretty sure Batman is a proponent of gay marriage.
Should we get the Loco
Marriage
Steve
equality.
Marriage whatever. Marriage equality, gay marriage. Shut same. Don't police me.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
get
know
ready.
if you know, but we
I'm
get a
not-
little inappropriate.
I'm
on
not
here.
policing you. I'm helping
Yeah.
you
So now cocksuckers
to not
can marry
make
cocksuckers.
an
and
asshole of yourself.
It's too late.
Too late.
Have you been
Never
to the website?
mind.
Allison?
Never mind.
Have you ever seen Rage Select before?
Fine.
I think that the whole bedrock of this website is
Yeah.
Jason making an ass out of himself.
Now Jeff can actually marry a mantis lady,
That's right.
and
And I'm gonna. As soon as I find the right
I
mantis
can
lady.
marry a pigeon.
OK Mantis has been very bad for me so far. I've been on a lot of.
okay, man.
There's been a lot of. They all are like, you've got to be okay with getting your head bitten off. I'm not okay with that. I
It's
mean,
like, is it in the EULA?
yeah.
It's like
No, it's
must
these
be okay with
really-
getting your head
these
bitten off.
really
Click here to
militant mantis ladies who are like, don't message me unless you're okay with having your head bitten off. Like they're just tired of getting messages.
That is not
from
a euphemism
guys.
either.
No,
That is your head will actually be devoured
separated
after
from your
coitus.
That's right. That's right.
But you,
I'm gonna
Could be
marry
worse.
everything.
where you're at right now,
Yeah.
I could see you being like,
It could be worse.
You know, at least this is going to be a hell of a Friday night. That's all I
You
can
could get
say.
you could get like mantis herpes,
Yeah.
or I mean, it could be worse.
you don't want
The
mantis
mant
herpes.
herp.
Mantis
That shit
herp.
hatches out of that sometimes.
Yeah.
No,
That's what
I'm
I'm
excited
saying.
about gay marriage because if I understand correctly, that now means that I can marry everything, right? I can marry my couch, I can
Nope.
marry my dog, I can marry
Nope.
the wall,
Does not.
this microphone.
No.
No?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't mean
Your
that.
That's what Fox
couch-
News told me.
Yeah.
That's what they told
It's fair
you.
and balanced.
They're wrong.
You know, come on.
Because this, my Facebook feed was just like a fucking avalanche of Skittles.
Yeah.
It was just happiness and
Taste
rainbows.
the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Yeah, and it was it was awesome. It was awesome. I've never this is like the happiest day on Facebook.
Yeah.
I cried all day.
Did
she
you?
did. She cried all
I cried
tears
all
of joy.
day. Like
Tears-
I would just watch videos of dudes hugging outside of a county court somewhere, and I just be like, this is so beautiful.
yeah. Yeah.
They can get married now.
Yep. Hey, there's Kristen Hogan.
Yep.
Let's
Do you want
let's
to bring somebody else
let's
on?
bring
We got
in,
all
yeah,
this
our next,
empty
our
space
next-
over here.
our other guest for this first segment, Chris Cox of oneofus.net,
Oh, okay.
wearing his shirt like I wasn't going to mention it or something, and he had to pimp it.
So is
Worse
this-
than Randy.
Really excited to be here.
Woo!
Super excited to be here.
Woo! Super excited that he found out that the Scotch was open. It was fair game.
You got to move over just a little bit. You got to scooch in here. Gay marriage is legal. Gay marriage is it's
Yeah, fuck
marriage equality, man.
Yeah.
You know, scoot over.
Which,
it's fine.
honestly, though, for those of you with beverages,
Yeah.
here's to the Supreme Court doing the right thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Go for it.
Love wins.
I would like to say that I'm really excited to be here with the cool kids in the senior class.
That's right.
First off,
That's right.
I never thought I'd get this chance.
Well, you know, we have the car, so that's why they have us here, right?
Right.
It's like
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah,
we
we-
need a
we-
ride
Sure.
to the liquor store
No,
after.
the only reason you have all the video games. This is
That's-
more like junior high hierarchy.
If you were to-
Jeff's got all the video games, so we're gonna be friends with him.
if you
Yeah.
were to equate this to my actual high school experience, the reason I was in this scenario was because I had the pot.
Yes.
I had the weed connection. So
that's-
senior kids are like, yeah, that kid's all right.
I was the
Yeah.
guy that drove the senior kids and then you around when
Yeah.
I was in high school.
There you
That
go.
was-
The
that
guy
was
with
my
the car.
role. Yeah, the guy with the car.
But yeah,
I
well,
watched the guy smoke opium in my high school. It was fucking weird.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's too much.
In fact, I took him somewhere with a bunch of friends, and he had some opium, and he was smoking it, and nobody else would smoke it with him.
because you go to sleep and you're boring.
So
Yeah.
he just like smoked the entire marble or whatever it was of opium, and that dude was fucked up.
I smoked it once and went like, can I just have some weed, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
This shit was crazy. One
Yeah.
time, that's insane. But one time when I was in high school, a friend of mine said, while we were sitting at the table, that he rolled a crit, natural 20, and he fucking didn't because I saw it. And so that's the craziest thing that happened when I was in high school.
You know, you were talking about Jason in high school
Yeah.
and what he looked like, and I suspect he looks more like the kid who went to drama class now
Uh-huh.
than he did then. I mean, look at the hair.
No, it was the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really into to grunge.
Right.
Yeah.
It was big.
As
Sure,
was-
sure.
I
Were
had
we all?
long curly hair, like just about down to my waist.
Okay,
Okay.
all I can see when I close my eyes is Rick James' hair coming off.
Fuck yeah! It
Oh.
was very much like
You're a
that.
super freak.
It was
Yeah.
very much like that. What did the five fingers say to the face, Jeff?
And now you're all.
Everybody wants to see it.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
And
When
now
I finish
you're
this, the
all-
beer happens.
I gotta take you to task. By the way.
Hey, man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, okay. All right. Oh,
By the way.
we're getting serious.
Okay.
Whoa.
I left.
This is my serious face.
I got your back, Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm
This
right
was-
here.
Oh, we're
Fucking
gonna
serious
fight
face.
now. Yeah.
I'm the guy next to you who goes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, are you talking about the last Ragecast?
The
Okay,
last
So when you
Ragecast-
say you left, what
I
it means is
left.
that you like you
I went to get
you-
my wife.
You Batmaned out after I said let's take a break and then do some slap shots, and you're like, okay. Smoked a cigarette, came back in, and they're like,
I was gone.
Jason left immediately.
Yeah.
he
I had
left
to go get my wife.
immediately after
It's
you.
my-
And I was
fault.
really tired. I had hosted the whole thing. What the fuck do you want from me? So anyway.
Stop complaining. Obviously, that's
no,
fine.
I have to complain
Okay.
because I watched
Right.
what transpired
Uh-huh.
after I left.
Right.
And it was supposed to be slap shots. And I was like, yeah, okay,
Right.
I'm going to watch these dumb motherfuckers slap the shit out of you.
Right.
This is what this fucker does. Okay, Allison does the shot. I'm Jeff.
Right. Okay.
That's it.
Do you know-
that was
Too
like
much.
not even foreplay.
Do you know why that is?
Why?
Do you know why that is?
Because you're a limp-wristed.
no.
Anyway.
No, because what happens?
That's okay now.
It's okay now. It's great.
what happens whenever something invariably in life when something like this happens and they're like, let's do slap shots. I'm like, all right. I'm gonna hit you, and some person's like, great, and I do. Teeth fall out of their head, and they're like, "Oh God, you ruined it!
Jeff's
you
so
ruined
strong.
it for every-" No.
He knocks people's teeth out.
Okay.
See, this is the thing. When you
Why
get
am
to
I the one being taken to task for this? There
Because
was
you
four
were
other people
slapping
there.
like a bitch.
Let me get this straight. You're upset that he didn't slap the fuck out of your wife. Is
No,
that
no,
what's
she wasn't
happening
here.
right
I
now?
wasn't
Oh,
here.
okay, I'm sorry.
No.
I wasn't here.
That's
No,
not what happened.
I was like,
I'm
this
pissed
is
that he
the
didn't slap
weirdest
the shit out of
discussion.
Grant.
He wouldn't still exist.
Yeah.
No, I know. I was like, well, I think I can see why maybe he did that then. If
Because
that was the case.
she
Oh,
would've
you didn't slap the shit out of Grant?
No,
I
Or
did.
anyone-
I didn't slap him hard enough. That's
You
what
didn't-
he's
you
saying.
didn't
I didn't
sl-
slap him hard
You were
enough.
like,
Was Brian Salisbury
it was
here
like,
for this?
Yes.
it was like, oh, you've got a little bit of ketchup on your face.
Well,
Let
you
me get
sh-
that
you
for
should've
you.
let
Don't
Brian
be the
slap.
internet, you asshole.
Don't be the
Don't
internet.
be YouTube comments,
I
you stupid
am the
fucker.
internet's id.
Yeah.
No, and I see. It was like fucking Circus Maximus.
He's
You
just-
do something like that at the last part
Right.
of an hours-long fundraiser,
Right.
And these animals want blood.
Right.
He's
Blood.
just
Are you not entertained?
Right.
And you were just like,
he's just diverting attention from talking about his high school here. Let's
Right.
get back onto that.
Yeah. All right. So flock of seagulls. What about that?
no.
It's just like white boy afro.
Have you even seen
I have
any?
seen pictures.
Because
and it's
there
just
aren't a
sort
lot of them. Because I dodged
it's
cameras
sort of
like
puffy.
Oh
goddamn
no, I did.
Dracula.
You're on the cover of that metal magazine, right?
Yeah, Vader.
Vader. Okay, most of you probably know this, right?
And you were
but if you
also
look up
in Roman times as well.
I was Emperor Caracalla. You can look up him.
scary.
But
Look up the metal band Vader.
yes, which
The lead
Polish, right?
singer, Polish, looks just like Jason,
I mean,
and it's
it's
so
weird. It's
scary.
It's super creepy.
I thought it
Fucking
was a
weird.
Photoshop.
I
Like,
thought
when
it
you-
was
when you
too.
first-
I thought Quick Kick did it, and I was like, "Shit, Quick Kick, you're up in your game, man."
No, it's a real live person.
It was it was fucked up, and he's got this look like.
You totally got to check those guys' tour dates if
And
they ever come
I
here,
know.
so
And
you
the
guys can
band's
hang
name
out.
is Vader, so everyone's like, "Oh well, of course Jason photoshopped this because
Yeah.
the fucking
Yeah,
band's
yeah.
name is Vader."
Right.
So
It's like a
something
no-brainer.
Jason would do, which it totally was. But yeah, no, it was. I had long curly hair. Okay, fess up Friday, right? All right, I'm gonna give this to you. Most of you won't be familiar with the television show from Fox called Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
I am.
I am.
They put out a show at the same time called Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It was a spin-off of that. And
The
it
dude with the
sucked.
coat?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't the dude. Well, I did have a long trench coat that I wore all the time, which
But Parker Lewis was
But it
the
was
better
it
of
was
the
the
two shows.
90s, and
So,
everybody had
yeah,
a long
whatever.
I had a long
I had a
hair,
leather trench coat that I
tennis
wore all the
shoes like I
time.
was the fucking Highlander or
Right.
something.
Does a Highlander wear tennis shoes?
Yeah, tennis shoes and
Yeah.
a trench coat. That
Just
was
like the
that was
Highlander.
McLeod's fashion. Anyway,
There
I
can only be never the touch of a woman.
exactly. Yeah. No, I had the trench coat and the jeans, which were way too tight or way too baggy. Tennis shoes.
You've seen this.
I haven't seen this
But-
particular.
I had a thing for for the shirts that Parker Lewis always wore.
Oh God, with that
That
outfit?
obnoxious. Yeah.
Oh,
Seriously?
God.
yeah. It was
Jesus.
I was gonna
Yes.
say, 'cause, like aside from
Wow.
the
Yeah.
shirts,
Wow.
we dressed the same in high school.
It was a singularity of suck.
because I had long hair,
I've-
dyed blue black, like wore long ass trench coats. Like I had a Confederate Army trench coat that my grandmother.
Hey, that's
got me
not cool
from the
anymore, man.
Smithsonian collection. Well, it didn't have a flag,
An
on
emblem.
It just was,
It was
a
just
replica.
gray.
It was
No.
cool.
It was
looking.
like the Confederate Secret Service. Is that what you're saying?
And then I wore either, different colored Converse or Doc Martens.
See, at least you were owning it. You were a freak.
I was totally.
You were a
freak.
fucking freak.
I was a
Me,
freak.
I was like, look at this dumb piece of shit. And it's like, I got a copy of Tommy Knockers in one pocket and X-Force in the other.
You just need to commit to a subgroup.
I know.
Yeah.
Glasses.
Right.
And so it was just like, what are you doing?
That's
no,
okay.
we
I had a
gotta-
spiral perm.
We gotta see this.
I'm only judging
gotta
you.
see
I
it.
have
I
asked my mother to send me pictures, and she just hasn't gotten around to
I'm
it. but-
only judging you for carrying around the Tommy Knockers. Because that
it
book
was a
sucked.
shit book. It was a
Yeah.
terrible book. It was a fucking terrible book.
Awful.
I was in band and had a spiral perm, and
What's that? What's spiral perm? So like the really kinky.
It's fucking atrocious.
Okay,
yeah,
all right,
it's like
yeah.
the mall, the mall lady,
Yeah.
Perm.
Mall couture.
mall couture.
Okay.
Have you
She
seen
also had a
the?
slap bracelet.
I had a slap
I-
I
bracelet.
still
That
have
was
a
and a
junior
hyper
high.
color T-shirt. What the fuck?
That was
Eight
junior
slap
high.
bracelets.
Jeff can't close, and now we have an answer. Go ahead.
That was junior high.
That was junior high.
Slap bracelets were junior high.
Well,
maybe
where you were from.
bracelets,
Who would
Yes.
sleep with a guy who's got a slap bracelet?
Because you put it on like this.
Bitches get wet.
Right.
For,
Yeah, there you go.
bitches get wet for slap bracelets,
I
guys.
can't. Oh man, I think it's broken.
Why is your slap bracelet all soft, Jeff?
Dude, you watched Jeff trying to put a slap bracelet on Grant? It was embarrassing.
Well, it was doubly weird because he was trying to put it on Grant's wang.
Yeah.
Okay, I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
Waiting for that.
It was a little too
And
easy.
now they're married.
And now they're married. Went down to the courthouse. So tell us what you were.
It was just I was not attractive. Was not an attractive person. I weighed about 100 pounds at this height, and so there was just no shape. I was just sort of a long, skinny
Like a
thing.
stalk of broccoli.
Yes, like a stalk of broccoli. Because
Your huge hair.
What were you? What were you? What did you wear?
Huge
Tell,
hair.
tell us about your clothes.
it was bad. I made some shorts that I wore too often.
You
'cause I
made
was,
shorts?
I was really proud.
Did you
of
grow up
that.
on an Amish?
Potato
Yeah.
sacks or something?
And
Or
it-
construction paper?
I
What were they
had,
made out
like-
of?
You had an extension cord for a belt?
It was like little stars, little polka dots and stars, and then I took a shirt and I appliqued an anchor on it with the same fabric, and I wore them together.
So the
I
like,
think my
the
virginity
cool-
just grew back.
This
Yeah.
is awesome.
The cool
Yeah.
I want to
Allison
see
didn't
all
happen.
these pictures of all of
You
this.
weren't little goth Allison.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not
Wait,
yet.
that-
when
That
did you
came
become goth,
later.
Allison?
Yeah.
That was like college.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I
when
tried to
shit
be
got
like
weird.
I tried to be like a good girl until like 17, and then the wheels fell off, and
Right.
it's like all of your teenage rebellion that you packed into like 4 or 5 years
Yeah.
happened in like 6 months.
Then you
so
made shorts out of old Susie and the Banshees album covers.
yes,
Oh, God, she made me listen to Susie and the fucking Banshees the other day.
What? Peekaboo is a good song. Fuck you.
Peekaboo is a good song. I'll give you that. But I put on Susie and the Banshees for her, and then like there was a cover of Helter Skelter,
Yeah, that's not.
and
so
it was
great.
just like some heroin
there's
soaked
probably a lot
crazy
of
bitch.
drugs. There's probably a lot of drugs involved, so you just gotta give them a grain of salt.
No,
When-
they
when
did
did-
do a good Beatles cover though. What was the other one? Dear Prudence.
Dear
That's
Prudence.
actually
Oh, yeah.
really good.
That was a good
Not
one.
my
yeah.
favorite. I
When-
like the passenger
When,
better.
when
The
did you?
Passenger is good.
Oh, the passenger. That was a good
no,
cover.
I liked.
Jeff's like, where did this happen? Why
I
is
like
this
new wave and
thing?
gothy music.
don't
I
know.
just dressed with my anchor shirt.
What can
Yeah.
I say right now? I think your hair is stupendous.
Thank
It was like from
you.
100 yards away. I was like, damn, look at that hair.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're like you intentionally looked at the color swatch of like how colors fade into each other to pick colors and
did
just
it.
went just this segment here, put it in my head.
I helped.
I did it. I was just like, we'll just put some pink here. We did. It involved a lot of saran wrap.
Yeah, there was saran wrap and fumes and stuff, but it totally
It came
is
out amazing.
tickling that whole "I want to fuck Jim and the Holograms" thing from
Huh?
like 6th grade.
Not the movie Gem and the Holograms.
Not the
mind you.
Well,
Nah,
we-
well,
No, I haven't seen the trailer, so I don't know.
It looks really awful.
Why would you do that?
Why would you fuck Jim and the Holograms?
No, why would you make a Gem and the Holograms movie that doesn't have holograms or misfits? I mean, what the
Yeah,
fuck is
yeah,
wrong
yeah.
with you?
it's not.
Their mistake in
exciting.
that movie is they didn't hire Glenn Danzig.
To be Jim?
No, to be
play
one
Jim?
of the Misfits.
Put a wig on
to be
Glenn
one of the
Danzig.
Misfits.
Oh, okay.
Because he was one of the Misfits.
Right.
Yeah, I got to
Just-
work with you on all these jokes.
You do. You
I
gotta
gotta
just
push
drag
you
me along,
there.
man.
Okay,
Yep.
fair enough.
Okay.
Now I know. Glenn Danzig was once in a band called the Misfits.
No, I
Jeff was once in a band.
was in several bands.
I see. I did not know this.
Ladies.
actually.
I was in the band.
Let me
Yeah.
guess. You were the bassist.
Drummer.
Drummer.
Drummer. Okay,
yeah.
so fair enough. Was your pizza delivery career successful as well at the same time?
Yeah, that
No.
was delayed by a few years.
He never
but,
quite got to pizza delivery. Now he runs a video game
Oh,
site.
fair enough.
Right? So one day Domino's is gonna come a calling.
Living the dream.
No, we were hot shit in high school, and then the band. This was like my sophomore year, and then the punk rock band that were the seniors. They heard like two people say that they liked our band better than their band, so they came to us and had like this weird band-on-band detente meeting where they were like,
What?
"You guys can break up, or we can kick your asses as hard as we can."
I saw
West
this.
Side Story.
I saw this movie. It came out in like '87, right?
Yeah, except that unlike every movie, like me and the lead guy from the band went, and I was like, "Well, I don't want to get my ass kicked." It's like,
You
neither do I. And I'm like,
you
all right,
didn't
let's
have
break up.
Did you,
So,
the question is, did you save the rec center?
no.
God damn it!
shit.
I was
Rec
about
center-
to say that.
The rec center got
Miracles
knocked
can
down.
live.
I actually, the guy that was the lead singer of my band lives in like New Braunfels or something, and he has one of the surviving demo tapes that we made
Dude.
from the Stinks.
Oh, see, now that
So-
should be a bonus for people donating.
yeah.
Patreon.
Like, I just need to get in
Dude.
touch with him.
Patreon.
I need to put that shit on Bandcamp and
And the
start
cover
selling
of
it.
the album is 18-year-old Jeff with a sheet like this and a nice tuck. And the title of the album is Goodbye Horses.
You're fired. Get the fuck out of my show.
I kind of want to listen to that album. I want to hear that specifically.
I want
that
to see
album.
the video.
I want to see him in like the platform shoes and the Japanese kimono robes and you know.
Was she a great big fat person?
How did this instantly transition to me being Buffalo Bill? I was in a punk rock band in high school. Oh, like Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs, obviously. Yeah.
I bred moths.
God damn it. Jesus.
Jeff always played drums in night vision goggles.
Jeff, it puts the denials in the bucket or it gets the hose again.
I don't even know.
Are you going to homecoming? Would you like to go to homecoming
That's where I remember you from. Because that was every guy that ever asked me to a dance, which was like 4 of them.
Would you like to see my locker?
Can you help me move my drum set into my van?
I wish I sounded like that guy, man. Barry Manilow covers.
Barry Manilow?
No, I'm thinking the wrong thing.
Different Barry, dude.
Yeah.
Different Barry.
Yep.
There's
Buffalo Bill sings Barry Manilow.
There's a little bit of
That was-
difference between Barry White and Barry Manilow.
A little bit.
They're both named Barry.
On the
whatever.
white and black spectrum,
It's as far apart as you get.
science does not have a measurement for the distance between those two, dude.
Yeah, it would take faster than light drive to get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you had some fucking weirdos ask you out in high school?
Well, like 4 of them the whole time. I was not very attractive or personable. So it was like,
Was anybody?
I asked 3 dudes
John
to
raises
go.
his hand.
John
He's
was,
attractive
yeah.
and personable.
Yeah.
Well,
I believe it.
I asked 3 people to go to prom with me, and they all said no,
What the
including
shit?
my boyfriend at the time.
What, your boyfriend said
Wait,
no
wait.
to going to
Yeah.
prom?
How does that happen?
Wait.
Yeah.
Yes. You're going to have to clarify.
No, how? Okay. I
Will
asked
you
my
go to prom with me?
boyfriend.
Right.
No.
Was it Sean Cassidy?
But
I
then
was
what
like-
happened
Was this
after
actually
that?
your
Did you kick him
boyfriend?
in the balls or the dick directly?
I
Like, which-
said I bought tickets. All you have to do is run a tux, got my dress, everything's cool. So all you have to do is like show up, basically reasonably well dressed. And he was like, "Nope, I don't do prom."
What
And
a
so I
dick
was like,
chicken. Like,
I just.
Dick chicken?
Fucking-
That's new.
he's
All right.
So then a couple.
And so a new meme was born.
He was a dick chicken, and then
That's what he sounds like.
I broke
That's
up
all
with
I'm
him like a
saying.
week later.
Cock of the walk.
Right.
And I asked a couple of people. My prom story is epic in a fail way that's just epic. It's
Okay.
epic fail.
Okay.
But
What point did you take the acid? Was it later? Was it
I
before?
didn't even get to do any drugs because I asked this dude, the only person who would go with me, and I wish I'd gone by myself. I'd had a much better time. But I asked the one dude, he was like my grandmother's friend's kid from Fredericksburg, and he was in college, and I asked him he flew in.
Dressed like Parker Lewis.
He dressed like Parker Lewis. He kind of did. He wore like brown loafers with his tuxedo that was too
Ooh.
short.
Oh.
Shit, that hurts me,
Um,
man.
And he just like the whole time we went to a party in a hotel room and they were like, there's people smoking marijuana in here.
Awesome.
I'm picturing them like the male equivalent
There's-
of Joan Cusack in 16 Candles. Right now.
Yeah, there's people smoking marijuana in this party, and I was like, yes, that's why we're here. I'm just gonna go wait in the hall. And so the rest of the people that we were with were like, why is this dude in the hall? And I'm like, I don't know. And this was at the end of like the worst prom experience ever. So by this time I was just like, I don't know. We'll just go somewhere. And they're like, yeah, because people are gonna come by and ask him why he's fucking hanging out in a hallway like a weirdo.
Right.
Yeah.
I was too cool for prom and stuff like that.
I
as
wish
well.
I would have been too
like
cool.
where I was like, I'm not going to that fucking shit. And
Right.
to be fair, I actually did have a big friends group at that point in my life.
I went to prom 5 times.
Did you? But I went to years later.
He rented his services out as a prom date later on. You know?
Years later, I did as a favor to a friend of mine's little sister who was like kind of depressed because she couldn't find a date for homecoming.
Yeah.
I was like, I went as her date.
She
and
was
at that
9.
point, I mentioned the whole drug dealer thing. Yeah, I was kind of a group of guys who sold pot and acid, and we all had nicknames because you knew you weren't cool until they said, "This is your name." And I was
Yeah.
vampire because I was the goth guy. So she asked me to straight up dress up like a vampire for her prom. And I was like, sure, what the fuck? I have pictures where I'm
What
like,
is this story?
I went to her prom, dressed up, or not prom, homecoming, dressed up straight up like a vampire with
Wait,
a cape and everything.
what kind of vampire? Like Anne
Bella
Rice?
Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi. Okay.
Okay, so it wasn't like you weren't dressing up like something from the fucking Strain.
No, I didn't have the poofy shirt either. Yeah, so
Okay,
it didn't
good.
go either of those two directions.
Should've gone as Cassidy.
I wanted
Right?
to be the poofy shirt real bad.
there was no Cassidy back then.
Yeah.
Or a poofy shirt vampire.
One of
This
the
is
times,
amazing.
One of the times when I went to
Yeah, I
prom,
could have done that. Yeah.
one of the times when I went to prom, they were just playing all this Tejano shit, and there were people sitting around, like going, like weeping, just sobbing, holding each other.
Oh my god.
Because
Yeah.
of the Tejano?
Oh, no, there's all
No,
this
'cause
Tejano.
they're like,
I can't believe
Wait
they're
for
playing
it.
this much
can't
Tejano.
believe
And
I'm
I was
on.
just like, what the fuck is going on?
I can't believe I'm finally going to get to leave Odessa.
And I was like, why is everybody upset? And they were like, oh, he didn't hear. Selena was shot and killed. And I was like, was she in my history class?
I know. I'm embarrassed to admit I had no idea who she was.
I had no
when that
fucking
happened.
clue. I was like, Selena, yeah, she was that quiet girl in the back of my fucking history
Whereas
class.
on the other side of that, I was working at the first and only at the time Texadelphia in town on the drag, and Kurt Cobain died. It was announced over the radio, and I was a big grunge fan, a big fan of Nirvana, and I was really kind of devastated by this. Like, oh my god! And this one little punk who worked there, I couldn't stand. I don't mean like a punk rocker. I mean like little fucking bitch said something like totally like,
Dick
oh, it's
chicken.
one less
Dick chicken.
There's one less loser in the world, and it was one of the only times in my life that I flat out cold cocked somebody. I just punched him right in the face
Chris.
and walked out the door. And the owner comes out later. He's like, "Look, man, you know you shouldn't have done that." I'm like, "I know." He's like, "That dude totally deserved it."
Ah.
So, speaking of Nirvana, I'm during South by Southwest. Some friends of ours passed through. They play at the Driscoll, which is a fancy historical hotel downtown. You know the story, right? And they play this little acoustic set at the Driscoll, and it's the hotel was built in like the late 1800s or something like that.
It's beautiful and antique, but with cowboy shit everywhere.
Yeah,
If you want to
yeah.
Google
and
it.
supposedly
Yes.
haunted.
Google it.
Yeah, Google. It's a cool place. We stayed there on our anniversary.
Yeah, we didn't see any ghosts, and our room smelled like mildew.
Yeah, and we heard people fucking like 360 days.
Oh my
Almost
God.
exactly my experience. at
That
the
is where you
Driscoll,
go
Yeah.
to fuck people because,
Apparently, yeah.
and as we were leaving,
Welcome to the Driscoll, the house of
I-
fuck.
it's funny. On our honeymoon, we played a board game and fell asleep early.
Yeah.
So-
well, I had had some pizza that might have been bad, so there was some trouble.
Yeah, it
It
was
was super romantic.
it was super fun. Anyway, so we were leaving the next day, and there's just like these maid carts that are sitting outside these rooms, and then just like these defeated housekeepers who are just like, and then every
it looks
one
like
of
a Jackson
them,
Pollock painting in there.
it's just like rose petals. She's just stuffing flowers in a trash bag, like
Semen
fucking
encrusted
whatever.
flowers.
Ugh.
Just hope that
Rose
there's no
petals and-
murders because the UV lights will not help at all.
Yeah, no.
The whole room is glowing.
But
Yeah.
So my our friends played there this last March during South by Southwest, and the drummer, my good friend Todd, that I grew up with, I'm pretty sure he has a Nirvana tattoo. He has a Tool tattoo,
Yeah.
and I think a Nirvana tattoo. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. Anyway, huge fan, right? So at the break between their first and second set, one of the girls walks up, and I was sitting there. Allison was filming the show. I was sitting at the piano right by the stage. I was just kind of sitting there watching them, really close. One of their friends comes up and said, "You know who watched your first set, right?" And they were like, "No, what?" And they were like, "Dave Grohl was sitting right there the whole time." And he was sitting like right by me
And
the
you didn't
entire
even-
time. No idea.
Yeah.
No, but apparently he watched their whole set. And Todd was like, "Oh shit, I'm so glad she didn't tell us while we were playing."
I actually went to his house once. He wasn't in Nirvana yet. He was in Scream.
I was about to say, he wasn't home.
No. He's
I
from,
took a lot of shit.
No, he's
Slip
from
his
right
lip.
near where I grew up. He's from Springfield, Virginia. I was from Fredericksburg. It was
Right
like
on.
30 minutes from there or so. And his family threw they were very well off, and they always threw this huge Christmas party and invited anybody, even in the most tertiary way involved with the music scene, to go.
Yeah.
There's one year a friend of mine who actually had a good reason to be there said, "Oh, I'll bring you along," because I really like the band Scream. I was like, "Oh man, I'd love to go." I never even got to say more than hi to the guy, but
Yeah.
still kind of like, yeah, I was at his house. That's cool. I'm cool.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all good.
Well, I tell you what, we need to ask people a question.
Okay.
Jason.
Let's do it.
Um,
What are we
so we
doing?
got about
Mm.
20 minutes left on the first set. Or
We
on
do?
This, I mean,
Are we doing an hour for each?
are we doing an hour? Or are we gonna take a break?
No, I think it's break time. It's past break time, right?
Oh, is it? Okay, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know how long we're going.
No, we've been going for how long have we been going?
45 minutes.
Bryce?
Yeah.
30, 40 minutes? Okay, so it's about time for a break.
Okay,
Yeah.
ish.
We're gonna do like 4 30-minute segments ish.
Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Because it's not the big epic fundraiser last time, but if the last one goes long, then it goes long. Maybe
The
we're having a
level
good
of
time fucking
planning
around.
here is mind blowing.
I know.
I know. Yeah. Well,
all
I-
of
I
Rachel like
came-
is just.
I came over here today and I was like, John, Jeff, do you guys have your segments planned? And they're, no.
No, not
We don't
not
have
really at
anything
all.
planned out.
Yep,
Gonna
gonna
wing
wing
it.
it. Yeah.
Well, this is kind of where we all evolved from.
Before I forget, which how could I? Everyone, big round of applause for the backbone of the show, Bryce.
Yeah.
Yay,
He's
Bryce!
Every time running this, and he's the guy who is
No, I
responsible for
wasn't
the
calling
music.
you.
You can follow him at Brycas, Brycas, on Twitter. He's also one of the part of the brain trust behind Night Attack and Scam School and all that. So yes, here's to you, Bryce. Thank you very much for being here, buddy.
Let me throw out as well just a plug for my site real quick.
Oh, fuck off! What? Jesus.
Well, because you're on it right now.
Oh,
because we're doing
Well, okay, continue. Sorry.
because we're doing a run on our show, Randy Plays Games, with Randy Lander of the game Dread that Jason is on. It's a 3-week run, and it is one of the funniest things I think I've ever been a part of. In my
I had a
whole
really
life.
good time.
It was so funny. And then coming up not that much longer after that, Allison is going to be on a run of it as well, playing
Yeah.
Rat
Queen.
Queens.
which is
yeah.
a fantasy story, which might very well be about you.
They might have spies. They might have spies in my life.
Yeah. So okay, but before we, what are we going to do on the break? What do you want to do, Jeff?
Well, I don't know. I'm supposed to host this next part, and I don't know what to do. But what I do need to do is I need to ask the chat. Like, we haven't played any games yet. We haven't done our split screen thing at all this segment, right? So the thing is that we've got Arkham Knight, and we said yesterday that we would play Arkham Knight today, and we will totally play Arkham Knight today. But I want to make this crystal goddamn clear. There's a giant spoiler that is going to happen within the first 5 to 10 minutes of us starting up Arkham Knight.
You know what I'm right talking about? Rage Select, episode 3 of the Rage Select playthrough. of
Right.
Arkham Knight.
Oh, okay.
So what we need to do over the break is I need the chat to weigh in on just a yay or nay whether you want to see us play Arkham Knight. I got other
Or-
stuff that we can play.
Or maybe it should be last, like the very last thing we do.
We could
Yeah,
maybe
let's
do
do
that,
that.
as well. Okay,
Let's do
but if
that.
that's the case,
Because
then
that spoiler
I
is
mean, are we
fucking great.
It is. It's pretty big. Okay, so then are we even going to play anything in the other segments?
Maybe we should just
Yeah.
all like gender make out in honor of the gay.
Is
thing.
that what we're going to
Yeah, I
do?
think we're gonna do
we
that.
played.
Chris
why
Kristen's here.
Why did we play? Why did we play Mount Your Friends last time? That's what we needed to play, right?
Aw.
That's what we needed to
Oh
play.
yeah.
Son of a
well,
bitch.
we can do
but
it again, right?
I guess we could do it again.
We
if
can
you
do
want
Mountain Your
to.
Friends again.
You guys were terrible at Mount Your. You guys
Dude,
were.
I
as-
won.
you
Fuck
were-
you. I won.
You were as bad at Mount Your Friends as I
I'm great
am
at
as
mounting my friends.
as
I'm a
Slash.
fucking pro
It's
at
true.
mounting.
I can
mean-
attest to that.
Yeah. Right. Okay,
Oh.
there's a link in the chat to vote on Arkham Knight. Can we give 3 options? Yes, no, or last thing only, basically.
Yeah.
Can we change that real fast? Okay. Because I don't
That's
want
awesome.
I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but on the other hand, everybody seemed to really like that we were playing it. So
Yeah. What's up,
you
John?
know, we'll talk about it. Yes, Grant is not here.
Grant's not here.
Yeah.
Yes.
He had a thing.
Yeah, Grant had a thing to go to. Grant was actually
Whatever.
supposed to run this whole episode.
Which is
Yeah.
why we're talking about high school.
High school, yeah.
And
so
And-
I hope it's entertaining to you. We're
and-
just indulging
right.
ourselves.
in his defense, I mean, he has a good reason for not being here.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
He didn't want to get a weak slap from Jeff again.
Ah!
yeah.
We'll slap that. I'm going to slap every single one of you before you leave.
We should try to find. I want to see pictures. So bring pictures of yourself in high school to the next one of these.
Oh,
well,
shit.
let's.
I don't know if I have any.
what-
But we're
what
going
do we-
to take a break.
Well, before we take a break,
Before we take a break.
what are we going to be playing on this on the break?
What
are we
do
gonna
you
be
mean,
doing anything?
What do you mean? What are we going to be playing on the break? What are you talking
Are we
about?
not playing anything?
Is
or we just
break is when we turn the camera off.
Okay, we'll just take a break then, and we'll come back with some more shit.
Okay.
But before we do that,
Okay.
everybody, do you have anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to promote?
I just did.
He just did that.
Just
Yeah.
well, I'm giving you the thing.
Yeah, that's
Michael Riojas. I probably didn't say it. Oh, he's got the most badass shirt on.
Yep.
Hey, come onto the camera and show them this right now. Come here. I feel bad because I accidentally left this guy off
Oh,
the.
you gotta get
you gotta
closer.
stand up
You
to
gotta
the narrow
yeah,
thing.
just stand right in front of. Yeah, that's
Spoon. There we go. I love it. All right.
Come here.
So yeah, oneofus.net is where you can find Chris.
and Jason right now.
And me on Randy Plays Games. It was a lot of fun. It was a blast. So much fun. Yeah, you know about him and me. Allison, what are you working on? What do you want to promote? Anything?
Well, I have a blog about my grandmother who left me a storage shed full of shit that I've been going through. It's kind of funny.
It's really funny.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
interesting because I have all these boxes and I go through them, and my grandmother she's dead.
She's kind of bad.
It's funny. But I'm also working on a web series.
Tell them
What?
the name. Tell them the name so we
Oh,
can find it.
sorry. Things Mamoo, MAMMOO, leftme.weebly.com. And yeah, I'm working on a web series.
excellent.
Going to
Can you say
pre-production in like a
anything
week.
about what it's going to be about?
It is autobiographical. So if you've been curious about what a dick chicken I am, this is a web series.
Does it start in high school? Does
It
start-
doesn't.
Oh, it flashes back to
If-
Starts
college.
outside of a cool hotel room that
Yeah.
cool pot smoking is going on.
She's
Yeah.
gonna have within the next couple of months. She's gonna have a short,
2 shorts.
2 shorts. Right.
That we're going to use to crowdfund for the web series. If you just got sacks of money sitting around your house and you're like, what am I going to do with all this money? You can give it to me to see my weird web series.
It's a lot like a Brian Fuller show, like Pushing Daisies. Only if Brian Fuller was really pissed off at everything.
And sweary. There's
Very
gonna be
sweary.
there's gonna be some metal tunes that I've composed and some music videos
Allison's
for those
been writing
metal
metal
tunes.
songs, and they're fucking awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in my head now, I'm picturing the Hannibal, but I know that's not what you
It's
meant.
not Hannibal.
It's not
no.
quite Hannibal.
Yeah.
No.
If Hannibal were funny.
We're gonna slowly cut people into pieces
Yeah.
and set it to classical music.
Yeah, it's
Metal.
Just, yeah.
Like Doom.
So you've heard the script.
Yeah.
It's called Vivisection with Allison Murphy.
Vivisect 7.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we'll be back in just a minute. We're gonna go to break.
2 and 2.
Chuck Woolery, nice. You know he lives here in Austin.
Does he really?
Does he?
Devout
really?
Christian, kind of a crazy.
Is he a dick
wow.
chicken?
Right here,
Wow.
It's
allegedly.
my new favorite word.
Might be a dick chicken. I don't know. Did you make that up?
No,
Who
that
said
was
that?
I don't know
That
who
was
said
Jeff.
that. It was
Dick
Jeff.
chicken.
Jeff
there it
made
is.
Who
Dick
knew that
chicken.
would be a thing?
Yep,
Yeah.
it's a thing now.
Okay.
All right. We'll be
right.
back in just a minute. Who's hosting the next segment? Is it you or is
Me.
it you?
It's
Jeff.
me. It's
Jeff
me.
is hosting the next segment.
We're going to talk about Batman.
We're going to talk about Batman.
We're going to talk about Batman. We're going to have some
Awesome.
people on, and
Yeah.
we'll be back.
Bam.